The diaper had a very babyish print on it like Ree's and it was pretty thick. Ollie was sitting on the ground and saw himself in a mirror. He stared in disbelief. If he didn't know any better, he would think a toddler was standing there looking at him. He couldn't stop blushing. He was so embarrassed he wanted to die. All Amaru did was smile. That wasn't so bad, was it? Now you don't have to worry about changing clothes if you wet again. Just ask me, I'll get you a need change. Ollie looks down. Seriously? I can't just do it myself. Amaru sighs and shrugs. Nope, but if we had another adult in the house, they could. Ollie never felt so small. He was trying to say over and over in his head he was an adult, but it wasn't working as he burst into tears crying. I don't want to be a baby, I want to be an adult. He kept crying when Amaru picked him up and patted his diaper butt. Ollie felt really relaxed for some reason. He pulled his thumb up without realizing and began sucking his thumb. Amaru tucked him in and Ollie quickly fell asleep. He didn't know why he was so tired, but he was going to sleep all night till tomorrow. Ollie over his night has the same dream he had the night before. He was rolling around and crying in his sleep. Mumbling, "Mommy, Daddy, don't go." Suddenly Ollie was shaken awake and heard a voice. "Hey Ollie. It's time to wake up. I think I came up with an idea to help get back to normal." Ollie sits up, rubbing his eyes, groaning and looking confused by the crinkle noises. Clearly forgetting about the night before. Back to normal. Ollie lets out a big yawn before he wakes up enough to realize what he was saying. His eyes grew big. "Wait. You got an idea to fix me?" Amaru nods and pulls back Ollie's covers, then slides his fingers in the side of his diaper. Ollie screamed and blushed. "What the hell are you doing?" Amaru pulled away quickly and laughed awkwardly. "Oh my god, excuse me. I'm so used to Ree I didn't even think." Ollie throws the covers over his diaper, blushing like crazy. He completely forgot he was in a diaper. Maybe he could just stay in bed all day. No one had to see. Amaru was going to help him. "I completely forgot I was in this, I hate it, can I change out of it? This is a horrible prank." Amaru smirks. "But that involves my plan to fix you." Ollie glared at Amaru. "How the hell could your plan involve me looking like a damn baby?" Amaru just keeps smirking, only upsetting Ollie more. "Well, my idea is to look for a babysitter for you. Maybe your old girlfriend." Ollie was caught off guard. His eyes were big. How could you do that? You don't know my girlfriend, or what used to be my girlfriend." Amaru laughs. "Well, I know things for one, but I found out she's looking for work as a babysitter, so if you can pretend to be a toddler for a while and slowly convince her who you are and make her fall for you, and maybe a month down the line the worst that could happen is she doesn't agree with it." Ollie looks down, but she knows I'm not a toddler, he thought. Or does she? She made me wear pull-ups, I guess it would be that hard to believe. He went over everything that's happened to him. He remembered Monica liked diapers, but she seems to have forgotten. Maybe he can make her remember. Like Lois. And my pride, my adulthood. Ollie sighs. He couldn't lie, it was a great idea. But I have to give it to you, as much as I hate it, it's not a horrible idea. Fine, I'll agree as long as you and Ree are not here when she's here. Amaru smiles. Agreed. But what's the relationship between you and Ree? Ollie gets out of bed, finding it strange to walk around in a diaper. I mean, are you going to punish him for it? Or what? Amaru thinks for a while. At first it was to punish Ree. I wasn't even going to make him a big baby. But I started to like Ree like a father to his son. And after a while I saw myself as his father, and I think it's getting to the point where Ree sees me as his father. It makes me happy. Ollie looks at Amaru for a while. He wishes he could have had a dad longer than he did. I never really had a father, well I did but he wasn't around. That was a lie. He just couldn't say he hung himself and ruined his life. He sighed and Amaru hugged him. If you never get fixed, I'll be happy to be your father. And even if you do get fixed, I'll happily be your father figure. If you want. Amaru smiles at him and Ollie tears up, fighting off the tears but couldn't, and hugs Amaru crying. I think that's all I needed, just to be told someone would be there no matter what. This has been the most stressful week of my life. Amaru pats his diaper but and lets Ollie cry for a while before stopping. Now how about we get you and Ree some breakfast and then I'll call your girlfriend for that babysitting date here. Ollie wipes his face, never expecting himself to think of this man he just met as a father. Maybe it was because he was so young that he could accept this. Ollie followed Amaru, who walked into the front room, and Ollie watched Ree kicking at some blocks, knowing them, over talking like a monster. Rare. He, no one can stop me. Ollie couldn't help but giggle. Amaru also laughed as Ree dropped his blocks, blushing, covering his face as he picked up. Except a Big Daddy coming up from behind. Ollie watched as Amaru tickled the small boy, who started laughing, trying to push his hands away. No. Daddy stops.